Ah, hello. So we meet again. I apologize. I didn't notice you there. I've been engrossed in my studies. Hmm? You're curious about this book? It's a history of the ancient dragons. It felt fitting to read now, considering it hasn't been since the War of the Dragons that the capital has faced destruction of this level. Not since Grand Sax brought calamity to Landel with his great lightning spear, ushering in the war between the ancient dragons and the newly ruling Queen Marika. The remains of Grand Sax and his bolt still stand just over there, despite the ash covering the city now. You want to learn more? Well, the War of the Dragons was a fierce battle. The ancient dragons had never faced such a challenge, and eventually they were defeated. The dragon's god had abandoned them, leading the Elden Lord Placidusax in a place beyond time, at the eye of a giant storm, to await his god's return eternally. But others of the surviving ancient dragons had different fates. Godwyn the Golden had earned the respect of Lich Dragon Fortisax when they fought in battle, and after the war, Fortisax declared friendship with Godwyn. Even when Godwyn was slain on the night of the Black Knives, Fortisax tried to fight the death within Godwyn, but he was rewarded only by the corruption of death himself. Fortisax had a sister, the ancient dragon Lanciax. She supposedly took a human form to be a priestess of the ancient dragon cult after the war. It is said she fell in love with the knight Vike. But perhaps you've heard already how Vike was scorched by the flame of frenzy and locked away in an ever jail. Anyways, after the war, the ancient dragon cult was formed. It was a group of knights who worshipped the power of ancient dragons. Oh, you've already heard of the ancient dragon cult. What are these? Ah, prayer books containing incantations used by the cult. Where did you come across tomes like these? Ah, I see. Well, if you don't mind, might I have a look at some of these incantations? Thank you. Ah, it looks like this first prayer book belonged to a Landel knight who ended up in Liurnia of the Lakes. It seems he was a member of the dragon cult. Let's see what incantations are listed in here. So this first incantation is the lightning spear. When you cast this incantation, it summons a lightning spear that you can hurl before you. There's a note here about Godwin the Golden and how he defeated the ancient dragon Fortisax. It seems that the members of the dragon cult were quite impressed with Fortisax's power, and of course they looked at the friendship between the dragon and Godwin the Golden as inspiration. I wonder what other incantations are in here. This incantation is Hound Bolt. It summons a bolt of lightning to strike foes from above, which could be very useful if there is some kind of obstacle between you and your enemy. Yes, I think it would be perfect for that. You're right. Okay, well, I'll make a note of that too. Let's see what else we have here. One is called Electrify Armament. It enchants the armament in your right hand with lightning affinity attacks. And think it should work on your sword. Let's see. Yes, I think so. Well, you may as well give it a try. Okay, well that's everything in this prayer book. But you said you had another, didn't you? Yes, the Ancient Dragon's prayer book. It seems that this is the first time this prayer book has ever reached the lands between. Before now, it was lost in a crumbling Farumazula. Where did you find it exactly? Oh, a chamber filled with beastmen surrounding it. Well, I'm amazed you managed to get this book away from them. They can be quite aggressive, I know. Let's see what kind of incantations are contained in this book. Look at this. The Ancient Dragon's lightning spear. It creates a spear of red lightning that you stab into the ground from above, and on impact, the spear will burst into trails of lightning, covering the area. You've heard legend of this red lightning. The red lightning that was wielded by ancient dragons. It is quite a sight to behold, yes. Let's see. There might be another red lightning incantation listed in here. This one is the Ancient Dragon's lightning strike. It summons a bolt of red lightning that scatters and spreads around the surrounding area, and you can charge the incantation to increase the range that the lightning will spread. Yes, I agree. This kind of incantation would would be good for a very large group of foes, or one very large foe. But on a single enemy might not be the best. I've made a note of it anyways, just in case it might come in handy. Well, I think that's everything in this prayer book. Here, let me give it back to you. What's that? Oh. Well, yes, I can give you a copy of my notes, but I'm not sure if you'll be able to read my handwriting. Here you go. Now, you said you had some cookbooks as well, created by the ancient dragon cult apostles. Well, would you like to try some of these recipes? I'm sure together we can come up with all the ingredients. Okay, well first, let's see what's in this one. Here. There's a recipe for lightning grease. It's a solidified grease made from a mixture of fulminating materials. You can use it to coat your weapon, and it'll add lightning damage to your attacks for a short amount of time. And all we need to make it is root resin and fulgur bloom. I think I have some root resin here. Yes, right here. It's become quite solidified. I think I found this root resin all the way back in Limgrave. But it should do the job. And as for the fulgur bloom, you have some. Great. Okay. So we'll just combine some of this root resin with the fulgur bloom and mix them together. I think it came together well. What do you think? Okay. Well, if you'd like to take it with you and try it out on your sword, maybe you could compare how the lightning grace works with the electrify armament incantation. You can see which one lasts longer and which one might add more damage. Let me know how it goes. Let's see what else we can create. Oh, there's instructions here on how to make lightning bone arrows and bolts. What do you normally use? A crossbow, a short bow, long bow? Okay. Well, then let's make some lightning bone arrows. All we need is 3 thin beast bones and fulgur bloom. Think I should have some beast bones somewhere here. Yes, okay. I'll just sharpen the tip of the bow into a very sharp point for the arrow. And also, I have to make sure Okay, so now we just need to coat the end of the arrow with the Fulgur bloom to imbue it with the lightning power. Fulgur bloom only grows in land that has been struck by lightning, and so it's imbued with the lightning's essence. There, I think these arrows look good. Here, next time you use your longbow, try them out. Let's see one of these other cookbooks. Okay, what about this? There's a recipe for an ancient dragon bolt pot. You can use it to throw at enemies to inflict heavy lightning damage. It's prepared in a ritual pot and engraved with the crest of the ancient dragon. It allows one to wield ancient drake lightning regardless of faith. The residual power of relics is a purely natural phenomenon. Let's see what the ingredients say. We'll need 2 mushrooms, some Fulgur bloom, of course, and gravel stone, and of course a ritual pot. You have an empty ritual pot? Great. Okay. So we will just cut up some mushrooms here. I picked these mushrooms fairly recently. They're still quite fresh. I'm not sure if it matters for this recipe, but... and a gravel stone. And the Fulgur bloom. Okay, I'll just mix all the ingredients in the ritual pot. I'm sure you've come across many gravel stones in the lands between. Isn't it strange to think that such common stones are said to be the scales of ancient dragons? It goes to show how large the population of ancient dragons must have been. Here, the ancient dragon bolt pot. Shall we try one more recipe? There's a cookbook here, which has something interesting, I think. Yes, here. It's a recipe for dragon wound grease. This is the solidified grease made from a mixture of gravel stones. It coats your armament, granting anti-dragon effects. And there's a note here that says, when the dragons were born from their ancient kin, they lost their stone scales, which can now be used to cause them mortal harm. So the ingredients we need to create the dragon wound grease is root resin, beast blood, and gravel stone. I have a little bit of root resin left. And you have a vial of beast blood. The gravel stone. Okay. So we'll combine those together. This beast blood looks fresh. You dragon wound grease is complete. I don't know if you plan to face any dragons soon, but if you do, try coating your sword this grease and see if it helps. I'll return your cookbooks to you now. It was a pleasure to be able to try some of those recipes. And of course, the incantations we learned will come in handy, I'm sure. But now, I think we must part. We both have places to be. Until we meet again, farewell, tarnished one.